Hi everyone, and welcome to this very sunny, very warm UK Monday here for this week's Monday's Moment video. Today I'm going to talk about something which is very topical for the month of August. And as many of us head off to vacations and holidays, breaks, we have that worry of taking time away from the business. And how will the business be when we get back to it? That's what today is about. That's what this whole monthly theme is about. See you in a moment. Now, when I first split up from my business partner way back in the mid 1990s, I loved my holidays. And one of my first initial fears was, how am I going to get my holiday? How am I going to be able to take the 2-3 week holidays that I love taking? And if I did take time away, what would the business be like when I got back? Well, before I sat on my first coach, I decided to take my holidays when the business was closed down. So we always closed for 2 weeks at Christmas in the construction industry. So I decided that I would take 2 weeks to go on a Christmas holiday, and that's when we first found skiing and Canada, and the rest is history. But for many of us, and particularly for me who sells time as a service essentially, it's a difficult challenge for us to face, because we do have this worry, not only how much work do I need to do before I go on holiday and how much I have to get back, but how much time am I going to be able to spend completely offline, to spend time with my family, to spend time with my friends, perhaps to spend time with yourself? Or am I going to compromise? Am I going to be, as the guy is just below me there, working from home, working from the hotel room, missing out on all the things that everybody else is doing whilst you're checking your emails, making sure nothing is happening whilst you're away? And that is something that I really want us to think about as we start this period of August. Who knows? You might be back from holiday and be watching this, or you might even be watching this whilst you're on holiday. If you're watching it while you're on holiday, don't. If you need a lesson to learn, then keep watching. But if you don't need a lesson to learn, get back to the family, get back to the beach, get back to wherever you are on vacation. But we do have to think about this worry that we have, because for some reason we take a week's vacation and we spend a whole week working really hard extra before we go, and then when we get back we seem to work another week really hard to catch up, yet we were only away for a week. Why did it take 2 weeks worth of effort to have 1 week away? Or perhaps you are one of those people that I was eventually, where I would worry about going away, I would get my work done, but then about halfway through the week before I went away, I could sit back like the guy in the middle there and think, okay, all my preparation is done, everything is set up, I've got a great team who are going to work on this, and I can go and enjoy the holiday. I don't play golf, by the way, but that seemed a really nice image that's below there. But whatever your vacation is, then obviously that's something you can do. I chose the golf image below because I don't play golf, but I should imagine it's very hard to play golf and do business at the same time. It's very easy to sit on the beach or beside the pool and answer your emails. It's very easy when you're on a ski trip to go back to the hotel and then spend some time working on your business when you get back. And perhaps it is with the golf, I don't know. But we have to think about that. We have to think about, what is our business going to be like whilst we're away? We need to plan before it. Let me just get a picture of me up here, just a second. There we go. We need to plan before we go away. We need to prepare. We need to make sure that things are set up so that whilst we're away, we can have that complete offline. We don't have to be looking at our laptops, our phones, our tech. We don't have to be receiving phone calls. We need to make sure that whilst we're away, things are in place. If something happens, people have the authority, people have the responsibility, or automations are set up. And we're going to continue to talk about how I've done this for a number of years, both as a construction business, as a retail business that was open 7 days a week, and also as a business coach now. And of course, then we've got the worry of what the business is going to be like when we get back. So you've got a choice to make. You know, how much time on your vacation this year do you actually take off? How much do you want to take off? And then make a choice of how much you are going to take completely away from the business, without checking emails, without receiving phone calls. It's your choice. You can choose, and I can tell you, you will say, oh, I can't because I haven't got a team. These are all your choices. How you set up your whole business to run generally when you're not there and on vacation is really important. Yeah, I was very fortunate that I had a business that I set up, I built by all the people that I worked with to be better when I got back than when I went away. And that's the secret. If you can choose how much time you're going to take off, if you can say, I'm going to have a complete 2 weeks vacation disconnected from the business, you can choose that, and then you can make that choice happen. I chose that on a regular basis. I would take 3-4 weeks away. And then when I got back, very often the business was in a better state than it was before I had left, because I made the plans, I set the things up that were going to work like clockwork whilst I was away, and I set the theme for success whilst I was on vacation. So you have a choice to make. Will you worry and be fearful of how the business is going to be before you go away, whilst you're away, and how it's going to be when you get back? Or are you going to choose how much time you're actually going to take off fully on vacation? And it is a choice. It doesn't have to be 100%. It could be 99%. It could be 50%. What choice are you going to make in the vacation time ahead? And if you make that choice, what are you going to put in place to make sure that that can happen, and the business will be as good, if not better, when you get back? That's what we're going to focus on this entire month. I'm focusing on it in August, by the way, not only because we're in the holiday season now, but we've got the holiday season of the winter coming up as well. So we're never quite out of holiday season. So I want you to think about that as we go ahead. And of course, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please put in the comments below wherever this video is appearing what places you're going off on vacation and what your choice is of how much disconnected time you will have from your business. Please share it with people that you know, share it on your own feed, and just let me know how you're going to deal with your vacation time this summer and this year. As always, I will see you on the posts during the week and on Monday's Moment next week as well. But think about that. How much time will you actually take off from the business when you're on vacation? And how good will the business be when you get back? Can it be better when you get back than it was when you left it? Bye for now.